Tonight on Wakey Wakey, a major crackdown.
If you drink a single drop of alcohol, you will be confined to your cabin out.
Lovely ladies.
I think it's really sexist. There's nothing like that for the men.
And time to say goodbye.
I'm going to miss everyone so much. I think there's going to be tears tomorrow.
Tonight. Wakey Wakey Campers!
8 days ago, 50 modern holidaymakers arrived at the Sunshine Camp in the Isle of Wight for a 2-week stay at an authentic 1960s British holiday camp.
One for all!
They're here to discover what a holiday really is. Is it their usual holidays of California theme parks and luxury cruises, or going back in time for a fortnight of simple chalets, basic food and silly games? It may have been basic, but the 60s holiday camp was centred around family fun. It was a broad church where young and old alike could find something in common.
They're not a different species. Young and old are the same. I mean, I'm going to be old one day, as are we all.
I find that the young ones are very interested in a person like me.
It's lovely. I've never mixed up with much old people like this before. It's exciting seeing them laugh, enjoying themselves.
The youngsters may have learned to appreciate their elderly campers, but they haven't learned to appreciate 60s camp rules of early nights and restricted licensing hours.
Bedtime, 10:45, 10:45.
You're just going out at that time.
From day one, they've struggled to curb their modern habits of drinking hard and partying hard.
What are you doing?
No, that's going down the sink.
Last night, frustration spilled over and the young campers sneaked out of their chalets for a midnight dip. It was down to the camp staff to restore order and give the campers a thorough dressing down.
So good in running, we know who you are.
My office, 8:30 tomorrow morning. Another peep out of this, I'll rip your head off. Any questions?
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and the antics of last night have rippled through the camp.
Some of the younger campers obviously cannot hold their drink, which means that we're all sort of paying for that a little bit. I was very annoyed last night because they kept us up, you know, and in the spirit of things, they've got to keep that under control.
Well, I reckon all of us are in severe trouble. Well, the thing is, he can't send all of us home, can he?
Camp manager Major Vernon Rees is not in the mood for fun.
I've seen him just after 7 o'clock this morning, and he's in a foul mood. So I should imagine he'll have some strong words to say today.
I would like the following to come out and stand here, please. Sophie Pegram, Jimmy Davis, Johnny McPhee, Sophie Alliston, Ellie Fish, Vicky Stack, and Stephen Davis-Castle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these young people were responsible for disturbing our night last night, and I am seriously disappointed. Your childish rowdiness back at the chalets was deplorable. I was really upset by the whole thing. You woke little babies that were trying to go to sleep. You woke other campers who were already asleep. I'm afraid it is all down to your stupidity being fueled by alcohol. Therefore, none of you is to consume alcohol on this camp for the next 24 hours, and I will see security man the bar tonight to enforce my rule. Thank you. Inevitably, wherever the rules are set, they will push them beyond those limits. And I don't think there's anything unusual about what we're seeing here. I think this is a microcosm of what occurs in the rest of the world in the hot summertime when young people go into concentration areas of other young people and behave badly.
But for some of the campers, a drinking ban is a welcome relief.
I don't mind.
I'm not really that bothered.
Bring it on, I say.
It's only one night, and we probably could do having one night off.
Yeah, we need a night off, I think.
Yeah.
We've been drinking every day since we got here.
The younger campers are following in a long line of tradition. 60s campers enjoyed a drink too.
We're all the same when we get away. We like a few drinks because we're in somewhere different and we become different people.
But you got a few young cockerels sprouting and showing their feathers. But that's life.
After they close the bars at 10:30, then things used to happen there.
But fun had its limits, and misbehaviour was quickly dealt with.
And if there's any trouble, they used to make them pack the bags, get the bags and throw them out the camp. They'd throw them out the camp. Anyone singing aloud after 11 or 12 o'clock, out the camp they go.
Now, let me tell you about the big event of the evening tonight. It's Topsy-Turvy night here at the Sunshine Camp. We would like you, everybody, to return to your accommodation and then be back in the ballroom for 8:30 in opposite clothes. So tonight, we want to see the ladies dressed as young gentlemen and men, and the gentlemen dressed as ladies. This is not optional, ladies and gentlemen. This is part of the evening's entertainment.
No, but we want the long one. There isn't a long one, there's some black.
Topsy-Turvy night was a hugely popular event in 1960s holiday camps. Pantomime dames and showbiz stars such as Danny LaRue and Dick Emery were all the rage.
You have no idea how fit it is.
I'm having to breathe in. Or... Oh no!
Get yourself in here, mate. Get yourself in here, Johnny.
20-somethings Johnny and Jimmy are more used to male grooming products and donning designer gear for a night out. Even in a nylon frock, they still want to dress to impress.
I need a bra. Has anyone got a nice bra?
Oh, Jimmy, no. Tell me you just didn't say that. I need a bra. I don't have a bra.
Would you like to wear pearls or diamonds tonight, darling?
I'll have pearls, I think.
Yes, pearls? No, don't go like that, you Wally.
You saw my red light and popped in, did you?
For one holiday camp veteran, a night of cross-dressing comes naturally.
Is this the first time you've dressed as a woman, George?
No. I often do it.
You often do it? Oh.
At holiday camps. My name is George Watkins. I'm 81 years of age. People like the sense of freedom, getting away from the cities and getting together and really enjoying yourselves.
They had topsy-turvy nights where the men dressed as women and the women dressed as men. It was very strange to see my dad with lipstick, earrings and high heels that he couldn't walk in, with these knobbly knees sticking out.
Looking at the photograph, I should have won it easy. So Lord knows what the others look like. I can't remember now, but I know I didn't win it. I made a fantastic woman. I fancy myself.
40 years on, he's more old George than boy George, and he's up against some stiff opposition.
We felt like absolute twats.
Can't say that. Yeah, but I think you hit the nail on the head there, Jimmy.
The thing is, though, we want to be able to drink now. I think this is the forfeit enough.
Yeah.
So we're doing this so we can drink tonight.
True to the Major's word, security are manning the bar. But there is one concession. Shandy.
Shandy. God, man. Lucky us. It's 0.2%. We have to drink about 40 bottles of it.
They might look the part, but they're not exactly sitting pretty.
We would like you, please, to welcome, as they parade along the dance floor, our beautiful ladies taking part in tonight's Dane Sunshine. Tell us your name and which house you're representing.
My name is Edwina.
Edwina. And which house are you representing, Edwina?
I'm representing the Goddard.
The Goddard house. You work for a living?
Yes, I'm a dancer of the exotic variety.
A dancer of the exotic variety.
Would you like a show, Buster?
Would I like you to show us? Well, I think we possibly would, wouldn't we? Well, please, off you go.
The most image-conscious generation of our times have swapped designer names for dressing as dames. And they're stealing the show.
I thought it was great. Everyone really made a huge effort and really went to town with the makeup. They all looked fantastic, really fantastic. Even people who struggled to find things to fit them done brilliantly.
I think they all look great as women. Some of them look better as women.
Dame Sunshine this week is young lady number 5. It's Jemima.
Betting shop manager Jimmy Davies defies the odds. He's put on a frock, not had a drink, and still had a good time.
I can't believe I've won it, I really can't. Oh my God. It's so funny, I'm a beautiful guy and a beautiful girl, so I think the girls are a little bit jealous.
But one person who doesn't seem to be able to have fun without a drink is 17-year-old Joe Alliston. He's determined to get drunk at any cost, even if it's a little hard to swallow. In a 60s holiday camp, parents were expected to keep their kids in line.
The drinking's banned, you know, for him tonight.
Who banned him? The major. Sort out securities on him. How do we do with us? He's young boy's adult.
Mr. Alliston might think Joe's a grown-up, but in the 1960s, you weren't an adult until you were 21 years of age. You might have been able to have a beer at 18 years old, but until you were 21, you couldn't vote or get married without your parents' consent. With Dad turning a blind eye, it's down to security to call time on Joe's boozing and send him off for an early night.
I can't sit there in the ballroom whatever and see everyone drinking and me just sitting there sober and expect me to join in with activities because it ain't happening. I think it's because I'm not actually allowed to drink. I really wanted to. Because someone said to me you're not allowed to drink, it's just like, it's like I'm missing it. And
Addressing down.
I've just spoken to your father. He thinks you're an adult. I don't. Out.
And campers showtime.
If you don't do it properly, you're going to look like a right tit on stage, aren't you?